Hey, what's going on with you, man? Listen, I was just thinking, right? Cassidy versus Goodz, right? I saw Goodz on 15 Minutes of Fame, basically still trying to make claims that he won, right? But what I want to get into is the rollout of the battle, okay? All right, so from the onset, Cassidy was talking crazy, 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 right? In the face-off, he was talking crazy. They had like, it was like the first time you ever seen people like gang up on one MC, right? It was like weird. I'm like, yo, why everybody like also anti-Cassidy? You know, he's saying he's the culture. You know, wouldn't be none of this if it wasn't for him. And all of that stuff is real. You know what's crazy? It's real stuff. It's real stuff. It's real stuff. It's real stuff. You know what I mean? And so, moving forward, right? The battle finally happens, right? And there's controversy in regards to the crowd, the boo crowd, and pretty much the battle rappers in the crowd. You know, someone mentioned Hitman Holla. You know, I mentioned the dude with the red hat. I can't see which battle rapper it was, but you know, one of my subscribers says that it was Hitman turned around. So you know, Hitman turns around in the crowd and tells the crowd to make noise. The crowd gonna make noise, boy. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if the bar is dope or not, there's gonna be a reaction. You know what I mean? So I think that, you know, there was an advantage for Goodz in that regard with the crowd, right? All that being said, I have Cassidy winning the battle at least 2-1. Like I can give you guys the second round if you want it, but Goodz didn't really win the second round. Cassidy had far too many haymakers in that second round, right? And I say haymakers because people want to say that Cassidy stopped short. Now I can't say that Cassidy stopped short when he rhymed at least 3 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So if he rhymed at least 3 minutes, he had content in his bars. He tells Smack to go ahead because it was like, what was he doing it for at this time, right? Cool. So we give Goodz the second round for whatever reason, right? Third round, Goodz has the bars where, you know, I particularly felt like one of the biggest bars for Goodz was the Alicia Keys bar. I would have left my chick for some keys too, but that bar was not directed at Cassidy. That was my first reaction. Not that it was stolen, or not that it was a 5-2 or a 10-4 or nothing like that. It was just that bar, to me, like if you want to get at Cass, get at Cass and have your haymaker bar lined up and directed to Cass, make it sting. Cass have nothing to do with Mashonda. Like that's just, to me, that's just like I don't know how else to put that. And there's people who making arguments to say that that bar has merit and has context. Then you stole a bar. Like I said, it doesn't have merit or context, and on top of it, you took the whole bar. So the third round is dead. Plus the third round for me, Cassidy, with the I'm too dope. He opened it talking about bloggers. Too Dope was actually a blog. I don't know if you guys know that. Too Dope. Feel me? Angry, man. There's going to be a whole lot of mad bloggers and angry fans. So you might think that Angry Fan was the first time he mentioned the blogger in that round, and you forgot about the Too Dope. I know Cassidy remember Too Dope boys, you know, so it's beyond most people's scope, his bars, right? And people are trying to make fun of or say that some of his bars are not good, like the GAR, that's cat pussy. That wasn't even the punchline. The punchline was, and you still eating bitches that battle rap pussy. Or you still eating females that battle rap pussy. That was the punchline. Like he used the word pussy over and over again, sure he did. But it was with merit. It was emphasizing the point that he's saying that Goodz is pussy. He said he looked like this nigga in the face. He looked like he got butt shots in the face. You know, he put his hands around his neck. He touched his chain. He pocket tapped him. He stared him down for most of the battle. Like while Goodz looked at the crowd for most of the battle, talked a lot of shit, irrelevant bars to me, and hop your ass in that box like double dutch from the first bars. I thought that was a 5-2 from the Kayshawn versus Geechee Gotti. I put my foot down, enough's enough, right? So I want to watch when you see this video come out. Watching when you see videos come out later on of people saying that Goodz took that line from. I put a lot of stuff out, and I don't have the biggest audience, but people do listen and they do take and they do hear what we talk about. You know, even though when I say we, I'm talking about myself and other bloggers who are not as influential or seemingly influential as bigger bloggers, bigger channels, bigger brands, and so forth. So those are just some of my points on why I know in my, you know, in the way I judge battles, rank battles, and so forth, that Goodz lost that battle. Pretty much the same reasons why Averb lost the battle. His bars were nonsensical in a lot of cases, just filler bars in a lot of cases. For an example, matter of fact, I can't give you an example of the filler bars, but it's like he has this way about going on rhyming and rhyming, but it's like, what's the point? So can we interview the same way we interview Cassidy, and like we had people interviewing Mook about his bars. Like, can we interview Lux about his bar? I mean, not Lux, pardon me, Averb, because I understand. You know, even the Molly Whopper Jr. bar, people say from Loaded Lux wasn't that good. I like the bar pretty much. It was in line with everything, and he's supposed to be like an older head talking to a young boy. The old head say Molly Whopper Jr., and he had the whole scheme about processed foods and vegan verb, and I should have dropped you sooner basuda or basura or pasuta. Like, you know, we get into the intricacies of the wording, and it's like way far advanced for Lux than it is for Averb. So same premise as the Goodz and Cassidy battle. So Cassidy, Goodz XO, 15 Minutes of Fame host Uncle Ra, if he had Cassidy winning any rounds, but he had his hands in this like this double triangle sign when they get into that, right, in the triangle shit like we a team, right? Remember, this is my allegiance, hand motion, right? And he called Cassidy fans cokehead. What he said the cokehead Cassidy fans. Then he said it doesn't read comments, like. Good, I'm glad this happened, because I just want to spend the next minute or so, I don't want to keep you guys too much longer, on what I originally started this video out for, which was the rollout of the battle, right? So it drops on the app, which was already laden with people, influencers who did not have Cassidy winning, which to me did the public a disservice, because if we're getting this app, right, I believe that there should be no scores, no horns, no nothing until the app is live to the people who are purchasing the app, not just the beta testers, okay? Because my beta tester could have been Goodz. And I'm saying Don DeMarco 30 times each round, and for Cassidy, none, right? I could easily have done that. So when we get the app on the day one, it's already heavily favored towards Goodz. When we get that on day one, bloggers have already been out for days, if not weeks, talking about Goodz had won. There's a small minority of people who had seen the battle, who were unbiased, in my opinion, who say that Cassidy was winning. But the big bloggers in position who mainly work in tune with what Smack has going, not saying necessarily saying they are Smack battle bloggers, but the majority of those guys had Goodz winning, but their audiences were not all in agreement. So we wait, right, for the battle to drop on YouTube, which is what I said. I said, wait till it drop on YouTube. People was like, yeah, whatever. So the numbers would be crazy, and a lot of people won't say Cass. A lot of people agreed, said Cass has a bigger audience. That's why people will say Cass won. But I would say Cassidy would win to the people who would see it in the future on YouTube, the way most other battles are rolled out, right? And say that Cassidy won based on the same things that I'm saying, is that Goodz didn't have bars. So people who are on there saying Goodz didn't have bars, people on there saying Cassidy was doing this, that, and the third, and it makes sense. 90 to 95% of the people are saying that Cassidy won on the YouTube. So now Goodz is saying he doesn't read comments, but comments are the most pure and where you see what people's intellect is, not just where they vote. So what do you think about that? Do you think that the comments make sense? Do you think that there should be a rematch? Do you think that Goodz won? Let me know what you think. Appreciate you for hanging out with me for this 10 minutes. like I'm Joe Buttons, because I just needed 10 minutes. Appreciate y'all. Subscribe.